A simple Buddhist practice, how salt in your shoes can ground your mind. Hello and welcome to Buddhist Motivation. In today's video, we're diving into an incredibly simple yet profound Buddhist practice, placing salt in your shoes. It may sound odd at first, but trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see how this simple act can ground your mind, release stress, and help you find peace amidst the chaos of daily life. At Buddhist Motivation, we explore practical teachings and life-changing insights from Buddhist philosophy that can inspire you to live a more mindful and fulfilling life. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It would mean a lot to me, and it's also a great way to stay updated on more videos like this. Before we dive into today's story, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below with your own experiences or insights on mindfulness, and let's keep this conversation going. Your feedback is what motivates me to create more meaningful content. Personally, I truly believe in the power of simple practices like this one. Sometimes, it's the smallest changes in our daily routine that can lead to the most profound shifts in our lives. Placing salt in your shoes might seem trivial, but when you align it with mindfulness and grounding, it becomes a powerful tool for inner peace and balance. The power of salt, a Buddhist perspective. In Buddhism, everything is interconnected, and often, the most basic elements of life hold the greatest wisdom. Salt, a substance found in almost every kitchen, has been used for centuries not only as a preservative but also for purification, healing, and protection. It has a grounding energy that can be compared to the Buddhist concept of samadhi, a state of deep, focused meditation where the mind is grounded in the present moment. Salt symbolizes purity in many cultures, and in Buddhist practices, it can be used to cleanse spaces of negative energy. Just like how we purify our minds through meditation, salt purifies the surroundings and clears the air. It's said that the purity of salt helps protect you from harmful energies, making it a powerful tool for maintaining balance. When you place salt in your shoes, you're not just grounding yourself physically, but also spiritually, aligning your body's energy with the earth and clearing any negative forces that might surround you. In Buddhism, there's a teaching that emphasizes being in the moment, a practice known as mindfulness. When we put salt in our shoes, we are reminded of the simple practice of mindfulness. Just like the way we meditate to clear our minds, this small act of putting salt in your shoes becomes a form of meditation on the go. It's not just about clearing your mind but about bringing your awareness to each step you take, reconnecting you to the earth with every movement, and allowing you to ground yourself in the present moment. Why put salt in your shoes? You might wonder, why shoes? Think of it this way, your feet carry the weight of your entire body, both physically and metaphorically. Every step you take throughout the day carries not just your physical presence, but also the emotional and mental baggage that comes with it. Imagine every moment of stress, every worry, and every ounce of exhaustion piling up inside you. Your feet bear the weight of it all, often without a moment of relief. The concept of placing salt in your shoes is a way to help release some of that weight, allowing you to step into the present moment with more clarity and peace. Salt, with its grounding and purifying properties, absorbs the negativity and tension you may be carrying, just like a sponge soaking up water. It's a way to cleanse not only your body but your spirit as well. In Buddhism, it's taught that in order to live a mindful and peaceful life, we must learn to let go of the unnecessary burdens we carry. By placing salt in your shoes, you create a small but meaningful ritual that serves as a reminder to let go of mental and emotional weight. You release negativity with every step you take, allowing yourself to move forward lighter and more focused. Salt is believed to absorb negative energy, and in Buddhism, the act of absorbing negative energy is often linked to the practice of mindfulness. Just as you would focus on your breath or a mantra during meditation, the salt in your shoes serves as a gentle reminder to stay mindful and centered, no matter what challenges you may face during your day. It's not just about reducing stress, it's about learning to stay grounded amidst the chaos. The story of Emma, a journey to calm. Let me tell you about Emma, a woman just like many of us, caught up in the chaos of modern life. Emma was a busy mother and entrepreneur who felt overwhelmed by the demands of her business and family. No matter how hard she worked, there never seemed to be enough time or energy. She struggled to find peace, feeling like she was constantly running on empty. She often felt like a hamster on a wheel, rushing from one task to another, but never truly accomplishing anything meaningful. Her life was full of responsibilities, but emptier in a way that made her long for peace, balance, and clarity. The stress and exhaustion were taking a toll on her, both physically and emotionally. Emma knew she needed to make a change, but she didn't know where to start. One day, while browsing through a Buddhist blog about mindfulness practices, she came across a post about putting salt in your shoes. Skeptical at first, Emma thought it was just another quirky tip. But desperate for a solution, she decided to try it. She sprinkled some coarse sea salt into her shoes before going to bed, not expecting much. The next day, something surprising happened. As she walked through her busy day, she felt lighter, more present. The usual stress she carried seemed to have diminished with every step. The salt, while subtle, helped her stay grounded, and her mind felt clearer. By the end of the week, Emma wasn't just physically more relaxed, she was also more at peace with herself and her life. The salt didn't solve all her problems, but it gave her the space she needed to reconnect with her inner calm. She realized that the true shift wasn't just about the salt itself. It was about the practice of slowing down, paying attention to the small details, and reconnecting with the earth beneath her feet. This simple practice, rooted in a Buddhist understanding of mindfulness and energy, helped Emma transform her approach to life. It reminded her that sometimes, the most powerful tools are the simplest ones. The Buddhist concept of grounding, the science and spirit. The practice of grounding is deeply connected to Buddhist philosophy. In Buddhism, grounding means being fully present in the moment and reconnecting with the earth. This is reflected in the practice of earth touching during meditation, where practitioners place their hands or bodies in contact with the earth to feel its stability and rootedness. The earth, in Buddhist practice, is a symbol of stability, and by connecting with it, we find a sense of calm and stillness. Salt, as a natural crystal, has an inherent connection to the earth, making it the perfect tool for grounding. It absorbs negativity and promotes clarity. When placed in your shoes, it serves as a constant reminder of your connection to the earth, offering both physical comfort and spiritual balance. The physical grounding that salt provides is complemented by the mental grounding it encourages, creating a holistic approach to well-being. In Buddhism, it's often said that the way to find peace is to simply be present with what is. Salt in your shoes serves as a simple but effective tool to help you do just that, to stay present and grounded in the moment, no matter where life takes you. The ripple effect. How small changes lead to big results. At first, you might not notice the full effect of placing salt in your shoes. The change is subtle. But over time, just like Emma, you may find that you're able to respond to stress more calmly, stay grounded in moments of chaos, and even improve your relationships and work-life balance. Salt in your shoes serves as a small but powerful anchor for your mind, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease. By grounding yourself in the present moment with each step, you're creating a habit of mindfulness that extends into every part of your life. You'll begin to notice more clarity, more peace, and more balance in all areas. The small, everyday act of putting salt in your shoes can have a profound ripple effect on your life, helping you face challenges with a renewed sense of calm and purpose. A second story, the monk and the beggar. Now, let me tell you about a story from Buddhist tradition that beautifully illustrates the power of simplicity and transformation. There was once a monk who wandered the villages, spreading wisdom and kindness. One day, he came across a beggar who had no shoes and was suffering from blisters. The beggar asked the monk, "How can I find peace when my feet are in so much pain?" The monk smiled gently and said, "Let me teach you a practice." He gave the beggar a handful of salt and instructed him to sprinkle it in his shoes every morning. The beggar was confused, but the monk explained, "This salt will remind you to stay grounded, to be present, and to focus on the small things that matter." Days passed, and the beggar, though still poor and in pain, began to feel a shift. His pain didn't disappear, but his perception of it changed. The salt in his shoes became a symbol of grounding and mindfulness, helping him to focus on the present instead of the suffering. He learned to be at peace with his circumstances, knowing that even in his discomfort, he could find a moment of stillness. Eventually, he found that the pain in his feet was no longer as unbearable. What had changed? Not his circumstances, but his mindset. This story, much like the practice of putting salt in your shoes, reminds us that while external circumstances may remain the same, our inner state can transform through mindfulness and grounding. The simplest practices can help us see the world in a new light, one of peace and acceptance. Conclusion. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope you've gained a new perspective on how such a simple practice can have a big impact on your life. If you're feeling inspired, I encourage you to give it a try and see for yourself how grounding can change the way you approach daily challenges. As always, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit from it, and don't forget to subscribe to Buddhist Motivation for more videos like this. I'll be back soon with more content to inspire you on your journey towards mindfulness and personal growth. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with mindfulness and grounding practices. Stay tuned for the next video, and remember, the path to inner peace starts with small steps. Take care and see you next time.